I'm going to show you how to dimension your drawings in AutoCAD. So the first thing you want to do is set up a new layer. So click up on the left here. We're going to make a new layer. We're going to call it DIM2, and we're going to always make our dimensions red. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you want to do a linear dimension from the end point to the end point of the house. Make sure you click on there. Okay, and right now it's 67 feet. Because I'm in layer 0, it's not red. So all I have to do is click on the dimension and select DIM2, and there we go, it's red. Okay, so the other things, that is your overall dimension. Now we're going to have to dimension the windows and the walls. So the way you do that, you go from the end point to the midpoint of the window, you pull it up. You want to make sure you're on dimension layer though. Okay, so make sure you're on dimension layer. Okay, now I'm going to do my next dimension from the midpoint to the end point, and make sure you snap on the dimension. If you look in there, I'm going to zoom in here so you can see, because I snapped in, the dimensions are now evenly across. Zoom out, get back to where we were. Okay, so my next dimension I'm going to do is from the end point of the house, okay, to the midpoint of the next window. And then I'm going to snap exactly on there. So now let's zoom, let's look in here. Okay, see how they're not aligned? So what you want to do, if you miss a snap, you just click on it and then you do a grip edit till it snaps to where you want it to go. Okay. Let's zoom back in, Z enter, highlight my area. So my next dimension, I'm going to go from the end point to the midpoint of the window. Sorry. Dimension from the midpoint of that window to the midpoint of that window. And then you want to make sure you snap in the right place. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, make it a little bit easier. Okay. So once again, dimension from the midpoint of this window to the midpoint of this window, and then snap. Okay. We'll do the next one. Dimension from the midpoint to the end of the wall, and make sure you snap on the dimension. Okay, I didn't do it, so once again, you zoom in there, you click on it, left click, you do a grip edit, and then you click to where you want to go. Zoom out. Okay, and then you'll continue this dimension. You want to go from the end point to the midpoint of this window and pull it up. Make sure. Okay. And then the last dimension that you would put on this side is from there to the end point, and then you would drag it up. Okay, you're going to put these dimensions and you're going to do this all the way around your house. So that's how we want to do our dimensions. Thank you.